This March, the next chapter of Once Upon a Time will be its most epic yet.
War is coming to Storybrooke.
As the forces of magic, romance, danger, and hope collide.
Is he here to kill Emma?
Yeah.
I've been waiting.
Along with spellbinding surprises.
Are you willing to take a chance on a new story?
Your story sounds pretty good to me.
Once Upon a Time returns all new Sundays this March on ABC.
This trailer is so good that I'm actually considering doing a shot-by-shot analysis of this 30-second teaser trailer. And I will do it if you guys say go for it in the comments below, and I'll try to get up by tomorrow night should you guys want it. But if not, let's just discuss it as much as we can right now because, as I said, it's so good. It's coming off of an amazing episode that I love, and the review is going to be at 11 Eastern Standard Time tonight, and I can't wait to be discussing Wish You Were Here with all of you because I loved it, and I loved this trailer. Oh, so much went down, and it's so good. It's so good. As I said in one of my sneak peek reviews, I treat the trailers for episodes of television shows roughly how I would treat a movie trailer, and this is a perfect movie trailer or television trailer because it has the same element, the same spark as a movie because it's showing fantasy, it's fast, it has voiceovers and whatnot, and it's perfect. It's showing a very, very intensive theme. Also, I know a couple of you were saying that the show is going to be back possibly in January. Clearly, the trailer is saying it's going to be back in March, which has also been the Once Upon a Time gimmick since, I believe, season 3. Then it comes back in March. So we have to wait a long, long time. Today is only December 4th, and it probably won't be back till, I'm guessing, the first week of March, possibly the second. So we have a couple months, 4 months, which is unfortunate because I really, really, really want to watch more. I want to see this episode. It looks fantastic. It has a charming Angelina scene. Like, where did that come from? Like, what would ever cause those two to be together? That's so interesting. We saw a flash of a wedding ring. Whose wedding ring could it be? Could Hook be proposing to Emma? I know Captain Swan fans would go wild if that was the case here. And in fact, one thing I have to say that I'm really disappointed because we are on the mid-season finale break is we're not going to get any sneak peeks until March or maybe the first week of February if it comes back the first week of March. So we won't get to dissect anything like that because I feel like possibly seeing a wedding ring in a sneak peek would be awesome to discuss. And now, because we're going to be in such a lull for a little while, this is when, if you guys get news for Once Upon a Time, send it to me and we'll discuss in detail. Now, it also highlighted Outlaw Queen, this trailer did, and I am not a very big shipper of Outlaw Queen. I always felt that the writing for Robin Hood was a little sloppy, and that Robin Hood's writing essentially, or Robin Hood's character, was essentially there to make Regina happy. And the way that Wish You Were Here ended, where she saw him, she's like, oh my god. And now it looks like the relationship is going to be sparked again and that Sean Maguire is going to be on the show for a couple episodes. I don't think he's returning as a main character. I'm guessing she's going to have to learn to let him go at some point in 6B, which is fine. Like, that makes total sense. It's a way for her to finally essentially grieve with the death and possibly forgive Zelena, because a lot of us were saying Regina's dislike of Zelena is pretty uncalled for at this point, the fact that she won't forgive her, etc. So I think that Robin Hood needs to come back in order for Regina and Zelena to make amends and for Regina to move on and possibly find a new love interest should the show decide to give that to the character. Now, we also have to discuss Morpheus. Morpheus is the man under the hood. Ooh. Now, a lot of you were saying you knew that. A lot of you were looking at set photos and whatnot. I chose to avoid it. I saw your comments. I took them with a grain of salt. I was like, maybe it is, maybe it's not. Like, I'm not looking. I refuse to look because I want to wait for us to get footage like we just did. And now we know he's there. And I guess the Black Fairy abducted him in last night's episode. And now Morpheus is after Emma. And I'm really curious as to why. I'm guessing the Black Fairy corrupted it. So now we have Rumple and Belle's son, because Rumple is Henry's grandpa, which would mean, I guess, he's Henry's uncle? I'm not 100% positive how the relationship is. I don't have time to break it down. If we did the shot by shot, we would be able to do it. I'd pull up a family tree. But anyway, Rumple's son is going after Emma, which is crazy. It's crazy. And the poor evil queen, by the way, wasn't even in this because she was turned into a viper by Morbius. I have to say, the Viper at one point that made me think it was Jafar, but I guess because Morpheus viewed, or not Morpheus, God, what the heck's his name? Gideon views the evil queen as a snake. He thus turned her into a snake. So it was just desserts. I thought that was really a nice touch. But anyway, it looks like also, now that was a horrible grammatical structure. This episode, it seems like we're going to have two side stories. We're going to have Emma and Regina in Emma's fantasy world, and we're going to have the other characters dealing with the impact of Morpheus. And it looks like they're going to come back maybe in this episode or maybe in the next one. So we don't know how long it's going to be. I doubt it will be as long as like season 2, where we had the Enchanted Forest storyline and the Storybrooke storyline going on at the same time. I don't think they're going to have Emma and Regina in another dimension for too long, because we need to have the big battle that we saw in the beginning of 6. So anyway, I have talked for over 5 minutes about a 30-second trailer because, as I said, it's so good and I think it does deserve shot-by-shot scrutiny, but I will not do it unless you guys say hashtag shot-by-shot in the comment section, and then I'll pull one up and make it because it looks awesome. So anyway, I love this trailer. I love last night's episode, or tonight's episode. We will be discussing it in depth in about 2 hours, and I'm looking forward to discussing with you guys, and thank you for watching my review of the new trailer for the next episode. Share your thoughts about the new episode in the comments below, and we'll talk real soon about Once Upon a Time. All right, guys. Bye.